Howdy folks, my name is ReadyApco, and welcome back to part number 7 of Let's Play Super Mario 64. In the last part, we took on the 4th stage, Cool Mountain, taking our total stage completed count to 4. That was a really odd way to phrase that, but at the current moment we actually have a 5th stage that is unlocked to us, but I think we will be better served doing things in the order that I'm going to show you here. Reacting to the star power, the door slowly opens, and this one actually utilizes automatic door technology. You know, those are only for important rooms that contain paintings of Bowser and hitting your head on the ceiling, and trapdoors. That's exactly the kind of room that you want to have an automatic entrance.
Whoa ho ho! You've stepped right into my trap, just as I knew you would. I warn you, friend. Watch your step.
Alrighty, and we're going to be taking on the very first of the Bowser stages. So there are a couple of these in the game, and each one of them is a more focused, linear platforming challenge than the other stages in the game. As you saw with Bob-omb Battlefield and Jolly Roger Bay, some of the stages have a more open design to them, whereas this is a much more linear platforming gauntlet, which means, of course, there are a lot more opportunities to die, and a lot more opportunities for danger, especially when collecting some of these 8 red coins. So all of the Bowser stages are going to have 8 red coins in them, which, as you might imagine, would reward you with a power star at the very end. Thankfully, you don't have to go through and collect 100 of the normal coins. Can you imagine if these stages were just filled with coins and you had to somehow collect 100 of them? Or even more brutal, imagine if each stage only had 100 coins and you had to collect every single coin without fail. That would actually be kind of intimidating as a challenge. I'm not sure Nintendo would be willing to go there with a Mario game. The most recent 3D Mario game that I've played similar to this is I actually played Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS, so not World for the Wii U, but the previous one on the 3DS. It was only $20 off the eShop, which is pretty good, and that is the last game that I bought digital before I made the resolution. I'm going to purchase all of my games physical from here on out. I want to build up a big collection. I saw one of Proton John's streams and I saw his actual game room, and I decided that I need that for my life. I need a room that is... I don't think it'll ever be equally as impressive. He has something like close to 2,000 physical games, which is ridiculous, and I think the way that you get to that big of a collection is by picking up a whole bunch of garbage. You get, you know, the Barbie games for every system every time you come across one, stuff like that, but I would only want to own games that I would actually play someday. But still, having a collection of, like, I don't know, 500 plus, that would be some impressive shelf lining. But to get to the original point, Super Mario 3D Land was a really fun time. I really enjoyed it. You can actually totally see how the game is still inspired from 64, even with the modern games. They still take a lot of the inspiration that were in these more linear stages. It's super cool to see everything evolve over time like that. It's one of the reasons why I love games, and having been born so late into their existence is pretty exciting. I get to see things evolve incredibly. But enough about that. Wow, another power star. Mario gains more courage from the power of the castle. And with that, it's going to bring our star total to 33, and we come across a mysterious warp pipe. You bet I want to save before entering this dangerous battle. I'm actually curious, what does this signpost have to say? Mario! Oh, it's Peach. Oh boy, I hope you're ready for this.
Mario, it's Peach. Please be careful. Bowser is so wicked, he will try to burn you with his horrible flame breath. Run around behind and grab him by the tail with the B button. Once you grab hold, swing him around in great circles. Rotate the control stick to go faster and faster. Faster you swing him, the farther he'll fly. Use the C buttons to look around, Mario. You have to throw Bowser into one of the bombs in the 4 corners. Aim well, then press B again to launch Bowser. Good luck, Mario. Our fate is in your hands.
Reminds me of Airplane. I believe it's everyone's counting on you. Good luck.
Oh, that's a mean mug. Tough luck, Mario. Princess Toadstool isn't here. Go ahead, just try to grab me by the tail. You'll never be able to swing me around. A wimp like you won't throw me out of here. Never! Ha!
Alrighty. So taking the strategy that we learned from the very first boss in the game, King Bob-omb, we're going to get behind Bowser, and he actually makes it a little bit easier. He's a bigger foe, and he also stands still while he's spitting flame breath. Makes things quite easy. So I'm really bad at this. Let's see how this very first throw goes. When I tried practicing, it was a bad time. Yeah, generally something like that. My sense of timing is absolutely terrible. It's just, I have no rhythm whatsoever, and trying to time when he's lined up with the bomb is just extremely difficult for me for some reason. See, I think I have it perfect every time, but it seems to be early almost every go. If you manage to throw him off the stage, he just jumps back up. You have to actually throw him into one of the bombs, just like Princess Peach said. It's trickier than you might imagine. But still, it's really easy. You should see speedrunners do this. They manage to do it perfectly every single time. It's really impressive. Man. One way that you can make this easier that I remember having to do as a little kid, or again, I say little kid, but when I played this game for the first time when I was like 13 or so, what I would do is you can make little tiny throws like that and get him closer to the bomb. And in doing so, it might make things a little bit easier for you. Come on, alrighty. This is it. The bomb is right there. Perfect. We finally managed to do it after only 4 minutes of trying. That is shameful. And let's conquer our defeated foe, right?
Grr, I was a bit careless. This is not as I had planned, but I still hold the power of the stars, and I still have Peach. Wahaha, you'll get no more stars from me. I'm not finished with you yet, but I'll let you go for now. You'll pay for this. Later.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. But for now, we'll be going ahead and grabbing the key that he drops. Perfect. Bowser in the Dark World. Clear. I love the names for the Bowser stages. The other ones will be revealed to you a little bit later. For now, you can just stew and imagine what kind of other cool places we might encounter King of the Koopas in. So now that we've got that key, we can access a new area of the castle. Heading through the door right here, there's a locked door leading to the basement. And with our big old horned boss key, we can click that lock open, head on inside. So there's a couple different things in here. There's another star door here, which if I'm remembering correctly, the limit is 32, so you can actually get in here if you collect every star before this point. But before doing that, we've actually got a couple more castle secret stars to take care of. So if I'm remembering correctly, not you, but there is a bunny rabbit friend. So this is another thing that I'm quite bad at, so might see a little bit of failure here. What you've got to do is catch up to the rabbit and do your best to grab him. There we go. You can do it with a dive if you're skillful enough, if you aim properly. Yow, unhand me, brute, I'm late. So late, I must make haste. This shiny thing? Mine. It's mine. Finders, keepers, losers? Late. Ouch. Take it then. A gift from Bowser, it was. Now let me be. I have a date. I cannot be late for tea. That's a cute reference to Alice in Wonderland. And for our efforts, we're rewarded with a power star. It's not quite... I don't think that reward, is... The reward outvalues the effort that we put in to get it, but I'm okay with that. We get more power and courage from the castle and another chance to save. And then we've got two other things to take care of. Right through this door is a mysterious inky portal, which we might be dealing with in a short order. And a toad friend. Hold on to your hat. If you lose it, you'll be injured easily. If you do lose your cap, you'll have to find it in the course where you lost it. Oh boy, it's not looking good for Peach. She's still trapped somewhere inside the walls. Please, Mario, you have to help her. Did you know that there are enemy worlds inside the walls? Yup, it's true. Bowser's troops are there, too. Oh, here, take this. I've been keeping it for you. And if you talk to this toad, he's going to reward you with yet another castle secret star. It's a neat present for those of those people who were taking the time to talk to all of the toads. However, I'm going to try to only talk to the ones that actually have the power stars. The rest of them just offer you tips, basically similar to what he said. There are worlds inside the walls, which might be a hint that the paintings are not the only way to get into a course. Something to think about that we might be taking on in the next part. However, for now, we've got one more secret star to take care of. Actually, the next part isn't even going to be that. The next part is going to be the world that we already had access to. I have a really terrible memory of how things are supposed to go, but that's okay. We'll be getting to it soon enough, and you'll know exactly what the game's hints are telling you, I promise. But, for now, we received a message after collecting our 30th power star about pounding 2 pillars in the castle. Seems like that might be something useful to do. In doing so, we're going to lower the water level here, exit this door, and you can see that what we've done is completely strip the castle of its defenses. Bowser's troops can now attack on it as they wish. Who knew that Mario was on Bowser's side this entire time? No, but on a more serious note, doing so unlocks this hole in the ground. And another cap course! Welcome to the Vanish cap switch course! All of the blue blocks you find will become solid once you step on the cap switch. They'll disappear when you put on the Vanish cap, so you'll be able to elude enemies and walk through many things. Try it out! Sounds like we shall. First, we've got a little bit of a hill to go down, and I find this hill is much easier to go down if you turn the camera, much like I've done here. There's going to be 4 red coins that if you unfortunately make it to the bottom without grabbing, you cannot come back up here to grab them again. So just make sure that you tilt the camera, take your time, try and jump onto the platforms if you can manage, and collect those 4 coins. The other 4 coins are going to be similarly tricky to grab on these sets of moving platforms. We've got 5 here. Oh, timed that a little early. Timed it extremely early. Number 6. Alrighty, and then these platforms are much more dangerous because they're going to flip you over at the very top. Whereas that first set of platforms just rotated like normal, these ones will flip over, as you can see with that one, so it's very, very dangerous. Number 7, we've made it to the switch, and number 8. That rewards us with yet another star, but it is trapped. We can't get it. Oh, it looks like you can totally do a wall jump, and as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and press the switch. You've just stepped on the Vanish Cap switch. The Vanish Cap makes Mario disappear. Now Vanish Caps will pop from all of the blue blocks that you find. Wow, that's a really hard word to say, or that's a really hard string of words to say for someone that stutters occasionally. Blue blocks? Would you like to save? Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, and then if I can be a skilly willy, I might as well also show you that if you go ahead and grab the Vanish Cap, it makes this wall permeable, so that you can pass right through it. There are other similar surfaces which might have the same property later, but you can also just wall jump over it without collecting the cap if you want to. Alrighty, and that's going to be star number 4 for this video, I believe? Most excellent. And since I've got a little bit of time, this video is looking a little bit on the shorter side. I don't want this to end up like the other Secret Star video where it was only 12 minutes long and the second half of it was just the wing cap. It's pretty embarrassing how poorly I did on that, looking back at it. But, you know, we're going to go ahead and forget about all of that, and I'm just going to go ahead and navigate to the next area that we're going to be taking on. So head on through here. And we're going to be heading not through the star door, but instead back out through this locked door. Up the stairs, a lovely red carpet is going to lead us to a Boo, who in usual Boo fashion is, instead of staying still when we look at him, going to run the heck away. And it looks like the castle courtyard is infected with ghosts. Not infested rather. And, oh, they actually do have the Boo property of looking at them and then they... Can I bonk you? Can I stomp you? I can stomp you. Neato! Well, alright, I'm done playing around for now. In the very next part number 8, we're going to be taking on the next course in very short order. So I hope you guys enjoyed this part, collecting all of the castle's secret stars. I hope you'll be staying around then. My name is Ready Opco. Be seeing ya.